There is always something happening around the world. We are here today to get you updated about events and programs from around the globe. A very good evening and warm welcome to Dharma Television News Time at 8. This is Srishti Khadke. Moving on to the headlines. NCP's Standing Committee meeting postponed to Monday. As many as 18 houses swept by a landslide in Bajang. Trump celebrates Independence Day by holding a rally amid the COVID-19 pandemic. U.S. aircraft carriers in the South China Sea after China's military drills. Global coronavirus cases exceed 11 million. Here we go for news in detail. The Standing Committee meeting of the ruling Nepal Communist Party, which was scheduled for today, has been postponed. Press advisor to Prime Minister KP Oli Surya Thapa informed that the meeting had been postponed for Monday. PM KP Sharma Oli and Puspa Kamal Dahal's busy schedule of holding internal consultations amid an intense rift in the party may be the reason for the postponement. The two chairmen held a meeting earlier on Friday in which appeared a bid to resolve their differences over a host of issues, including the growing call for the resignation of Oli from the post of Prime Minister. The NCP chairman duo held a 3-hour meeting at Oli's official residence in Balwachar Friday afternoon to rebuild trust, according to the sources. In Saturday's standing committee meeting of the party, the majority of the party leaders were expected to demand Oli's resignation from the post of Prime Minister, accusing the Oli government of failing to live up to the people's expectation and responding to COVID-19 pandemic. Due to the continuous rain in the last few days, as many as 17 houses were swept by a landslide at Malesh in Kedarshun Rural Municipality in Bajang district at 1:15 a.m. on Saturday. Although the details are yet to be collected, the huge human loss has been feared due to the landslide. The latest update mentioned that 2 dead bodies have been found and 7 are still missing. Rescue team along with the police have been dispatched but have not been able to reach the site of the incident as the way is quite difficult due to the landslide falling from the hills. Deputy Superintendent of Police Ganesh Bran, the chief at the district police office, said that the police are trying to reach the site by clearing the landslide debris from the road. The local market Gandaki of Kedarshun 8 has been completely displaced due to the massive landslide, according to the locals. President Donald Trump on Friday celebrated Independence Day by defiantly holding a rally at Mount Rushmore amid the COVID-19 pandemic, using the monument to decry protesters who have toppled Confederate, patriarchal and colonial monuments from the coast to coast. As much of the nation has turned against its unequal system of justice and its bitter history of racism in the wake of George Floyd's death, Trump used the occasion to glorify American history's heroes and criticize demonstrators who have ripped off many statues. His declaration of dependence on America's polarizing history came as the country struggled with the surge of COVID-19 cases that reached the president's inner circle. Trump called out social justice protesters who have enjoyed the support of a majority of Americans, saying, "They want to silence us, but we will not be silenced. We support the courageous men and women of law enforcement," Trump said. "We will never abolish the police or our great Second Amendment, which gave us the right to keep and bear arms." A Native American demonstration earlier on the day denounced the United States occupation of local Black Hills land that belonged to the Lakota people. Some want Mount Rushmore removed. Trump, they said, was also unwelcome. 2 U.S. aircraft carriers were conducting exercises in the disputed South China Sea on the Saturday. The U.S. Navy said as China also carried out military drills that have been criticized by the Pentagon and neighboring states. China and the United States have accused each other of stoking tension in the strategic waterway at a time of strained relations over everything, from the new coronavirus to trade to Hong Kong. The USS Nimitz and USS Ronald Reagan were carrying out operations and exercises in the South China Sea to support a free and open Indo-Pacific, the Navy said in a statement. It did not say exactly where the exercises were being conducted in the South China Sea, which extends for some 1,500 kilometers, 900 miles, and 90% of which is claimed by China despite the protests of the neighbors. Global coronavirus cases exceeded 11 million on Friday, marking another milestone in the spread of the disease that has killed more than 500,000 people in 7 months. The number of cases is more than double the figure for severe influenza illnesses recorded annually, according to the World Health Organization. Many hard-hit countries are easing lockdowns put in place to slow the spread of the coronavirus while making extensive alterations to work and a social life that could last for a year or more until a vaccine is available. Some countries are experiencing a resurgence in infections, leading authorities to partially reinstate lockdowns in what experts say could be a recurring pattern in 2021. The United States reported more than 55,400 new COVID-19 cases on Thursday, a new daily global record as infections rose in a majority of states. Several U.S. governors halted plans to reopen their state economies in the face of a surge in cases. Almost a quarter of the non-global deaths have occurred in the United States, nearly 129,000. A recent surge in cases has put President Donald Trump's handling of the crisis under a microscope and led several governors to halt plans to reopen their states after strict lockdowns. Latin America, where Brazil has 1.5 million cases, makes up 23% of the global total of people infected. India has become the new epicenter in Asia, rising to 625,000 cases. 125,000 cases. This is all for now. Thank you for being with us. Keep watching Dharma television for more news and events. May all the sentient beings be at peace. Stay safe.